I'm going to keep this short, sweet, to the point. Everything that I'm doing today is 100% duplicatable, meaning you can do it. You don't have to be a rock star presenter or anything like that. This is super, super simple. So this is our onboarding session, by the way, and just a basic housekeeping. What do you do when you first get started in TalkFusion? So that's what this is all about. And I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday for people to plug into. So as you start building your team and inviting people, we are going to be doing these regularly. So probably I will start also doing weekly presentations as well. So maybe we do that Tuesday and then Wednesday. So anyway, just thinking out loud. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So first thing you do, right, when you join TalkFusion, the first thing you need to know is really, this is part of the strategy, is what to do with your very first two enrollments. Now, I'm going to just share this because I made some mistakes when I was first getting started, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made, right? So let me just share real quick, one sec. And then let me know if you guys, like I said, have any questions or if you can see my screen. This is a dummy account, so just letting you know. All right, if you guys can see that and hear that, please let me know in the chat and make sure you guys can hear me because sometimes I start talking and there's no sound, but hopefully you guys can hear me all right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. So the first thing you need to do when you first start is obviously you need to know about your links right here. Now, this this is going absolutely viral right now, especially in India, especially in international markets. It's a very simple duplication system. You need to know where your link is. It's right here. This is the link that is converting the most, right? And it's the getpaidin1.com site. So you have your own. Obviously, there's going to be your referral link attached to that. And what we really want to do when we're sharing this is obviously to get everybody to watch the 3 videos and then choose their pack. Now, as soon as they're in, they're going to end up here. So we're going to end up on the TalkFusion back office, basically. So I want to just point out a few things with getting started. Things, like I said, that I didn't know. Right away, you want to play around with the product. So this is the actual product itself. This is very important to know how to use it, you know, and to use it for your benefit. So if you have another business or anything like that, or you want to promote TalkFusion, we already have those templates as well. So for people that are interested, I think it's a really great idea to send them a demonstration on how it works. So I've sent this one before. I think this is pretty cool. You can literally just add your video here. You can record it live. Here's a video that I recorded, so we'll just put that one in there. And you fill in all your details here. Of course, this is the content, so on and so forth. Now, you don't actually need this tutorial, and I'm going to show you why. Because if you come down to resources and you go to videos, we're going to discard real quick. If you come here, there's not only a back office tutorial, which is kind of what I'm doing now, but there's a video email tutorial as well. So anytime you get any questions from anybody that's getting ready to join a team, always use your resource section first. So almost everything is there and in multiple languages.
Hi, so welcome to TalkFusion.
Boom, you can just send them this video. How does video email work? But of course, I'd also like to demonstrate it. So when you send them one, they get it opened up and they see it and they get excited. They're like, what did you just send me? Like, what is this? I've never seen video email before. So it's a good way to demonstrate it. You can do that here. Here's where your emails are going to be sent. You get all the analytics in terms of, you know, what got delivered, what got opened, and all of that. Your video library, you can load in a bunch of videos in here. You have a storage limit based on the package you joined with. Your contact manager, of course, all your people are going to come through here in terms of that came through your email system. Like the emails that you sent out is going to end up here. And then if you want to request your custom template, that's the button there to do that as well. If that's something that interests you, if you want to brand yourself or whatever may be the case, you can do that. Next thing is obviously how to do your team, right? So this account has nothing going on in it, but let's just look at the genealogy real quick. So this is really important when you enroll your first two people. It's going to default to auto. The next thing I want to point out, that's probably the most important thing because what I did is I just went to town enrolling and it just everybody went on one side. So I had to fix it. So, all right. So next thing I want to show you is there's nothing in here right now because this is kind of a dormant account. But again, back to the FAQ. Almost everybody's gonna have questions. I mean, not everybody, but if they do, again, just reference everything back here. Videos, documents. You have everything from the compensation plan to the fast track diamond training, even speaker notes. So if you do want to do your own presentation, you can. Um, and then this is going to actually tell you what to read on each slide. So that's super, super simple. But to keep things really simple, what I'm going to do now, and like I said, I want to keep this short and sweet and duplicatable, is I'm going to share with you guys the fast track diamond training. Now, I'm not going to do the full training here today, but I am going to show you it. And the reason why is because every Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern is the Fast Track Diamond, and it's presented by our leadership right here at TalkFusion. So you definitely want to plug into that, but I'm going to just show you guys what it looks like in case you haven't seen it, right? So you can get these slides again in your back office. This is the quickest way to build your business, quickest way to get the diamond. It's very, very important that you see this firsthand if you haven't seen it yet. And that's because we want to obviously help you succeed in your journey. And one thing that I think a lot of us leaders do is we want to reinvent the wheel, right? We want to brand ourselves. We want to create our own videos. We want to create our own funnels and our own sales pages and all of our own stuff. And I've been in this industry a long time. I've been here for 20 years and counting. Maybe it's 21 now. I think I'm getting older, but I think I capped it at 20. So we'll just keep saying 20 years. But it's easy to complicate, right? And you need to understand that what works for you is not what can be duplicated by everyone. And the goal isn't to go get 5,000 enrollments yourself, right? Like I did that in my last company, and that's a lot of work, that's a lot of people you got to keep in touch with. The goal here is really to have your frontline team of solid leaders that you want to work with every day, right? Like in my previous company, built a team of 300,000 people. I probably worked with 12 or 13 of them, right? So, and then obviously you tap root through the organization to find the gold in your team. But, you really, it's a team sport. So we have to get really good at duplication for this to really make sense. And again, it's a volume-based compensation plan. There's no gotchas. There's no weird, things that happen when you get to a certain rank or whatever. So we just want to keep it simple. So the first thing you do when you first get started is number one, you make a prospect list. Now, how many of you guys have actually done that? Be honest. Like, the first thing you do is not go to Facebook and look in your messenger and just start talking to people. The first thing you want to do is actually make a list. And it's important that you do this, whether you're doing it on the computer or on a piece of paper, if you're old school like me, it's important to do that because we are building a sales pipeline of people. And so you always want to have a list, a physical list or a digital list in front of you of people that you're going to be presenting this to. So the next thing is you want to get them to a presentation, or they get paid in one website where they're going to watch the 3 videos. Now, sometimes it would convert better if you actually get them on a Zoom and you do it for them, right? You show them for them. But other than that, you're going to send them to the get paid in one site and you're going to follow up. So you're going to ask, what did you like best about what you saw? Let's go ahead and get your account set up and let me ask you a question, right? Do you know 2 people that want to make money? Keep it super simple. Don't complicate your invite. We're going to get to that in just a minute. So when it comes to your prospect list, top 25 prospects that you already know. Now, I suggest making this list, regularly, not just 25 and that's it. You're not going to build your whole business off 25 people, right? It's a numbers game. If you have 25 people, you may convert 5, 6, 7 of those into people that are going to be on your team, right? So depending on what your income goals are, for every 10 presentations that you show, you're going to sign up probably 2 people. Let's just say that that's the numbers. That's usually the numbers. Been in this space a long time. That's usually the numbers. If you're really good, you may get 3. So if you need to make $10,000 a month and you're making $200 on 2 sales and you're showing the presentation 10 times a day, okay, and you convert two, so that's $400 a day. You can do the math on how many presentations you're going to need to show. And if you do the math from there, how many people you need to contact to get to the presentation, to get to the sale, right? It's not as complicated as it sounds, but it all starts with building your list. So this is your warm market. Now, of course, we could go into, cold market tactics and traffic and all that fun stuff as well. But again, this is really what works for people. So, one thing I also want to say is this, and I'm guilty of making this mistake too. It's going to be really, really hard to build this business if you're not all in on it, right? If you're scattered and doing 20 different things, it's going to be very difficult to get everybody in one team, right? And so I am only going to be focusing on TalkFusion. That's it. I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not doing anything that I've ever done in the past, and I'm not engaging in anything that I'm going to do in the future either. I have opportunities thrown at me left and right all day long. It's amazing the amount of people that try to recruit me on a daily basis. I am reverse recruiting them, though, and I'm very committed in TalkFusion and what we're going to build here. So, with that being said, when you're making your list, if you're in 20 different deals, let's get it down to one. Let's just focus all of our energy here. And when we reach out to people, we have the confidence that we're going to be putting them in a great company with an amazing track record and something that's super simple to duplicate. So, invitation, these are just some examples, but honestly, what's working for me is, do you know two people that want to make money? That's it. That's how I start out. And, or do you know, I ask if they know two people because I'm not asking them, do you want to make money? Right? Because if I'm asking them a question, I think they're going to say yes to. So if you say, do you want to make money? It's going to be like, question mark. What are you trying to sell me? You're going to get more questions than answers. So do you know two people that want to make money, extra money every month? And they're going to say, yeah, I know two people that want to make extra money. Almost everybody's going to say yes to that question. And then the follow-up question is, have you heard of TalkFusion? Have you heard of 1 minute pay? And that really starts the conversation that is what you need to get them into either the sizzle video or to get paid in one website. Now, this is a great thing to answer with. I'm working with a company, TalkFusion, that offers 1 minute pay. You can say you can earn your worth, or you can say you can earn what paycheck you want here, because the sky is really the limit. Get them to the presentation, get them to the site. And then this is the most important thing. And this is what probably majority of us drop the ball on, right? The follow-up. You don't want to wait, right? Because they're excited right now. The people that are commenting like info on your post or whatever that want to get involved, if you send them the link and then you don't follow up with them, you're gonna lose the sale, right? Because I mean, it's sometimes they come back and they go, yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and make an account. Cool. But most of the time, it's going to take follow-up. It's going to take regular follow-up. Okay. And if you feel like uh, not confident in making those calls yourself, okay, then you can leverage your upline team. You can go straight to your direct upline, and if that's me, or I'm your upline's upline or whatever, then you can obviously leverage me as well. So I'm happy to get on the phone with anybody that you have, any prospect, and it's all you have to do is when you get on the phone is you're going to edify your upline. So whether that's me or somebody else, you need to make that third party person an expert. That's so important, right? Because your warm market knows you and they know the good, the bad, the ugly. They know the trials you've been through and the tribulations and all of that, right? So they know you from a different angle. They don't know this third party expert that you're putting on the phone. So you have the ability to make that person build them up so that your warm market person is going to listen. That's it. So this part is very, very important. You're going to say, hey, John, I'm going to introduce you to my upline, Jenna. You don't have to say upline if you feel weird about saying upline. I know some people just want to say my business partner, right? Okay. I'm working with Jenna. She's my business partner. She's, been in the industry for 20 years. She's built teams of 300,000 people around the world. She's known as the number one income earner in network marketing. but whatever, XYZ, you get the background, ask your upline, how do you want me to edify you? Give me your bio. Okay, before you do these calls, give me your bio. Let them tell you what to say about that person, right? And then once you're on, you do that. Okay, you make the introduction. After that, then you introduce the person to your upline, which is, hey, John, or meet John. John is somebody that I've worked with in the past, or he's a good friend of mine, and he is interested in making extra money. He's already seen the presentation now. He just has a few questions. After that, don't say anything. Nothing. As soon as you hand over the torch, that's it. Now your job is just to be quiet, don't interrupt, don't complicate it. Let your upline do the work and they will close the sale for you. After that, you start making money, right? And as you start making money here, it's very, very simple because now you can leverage. This is what I've made. This is how long I've been in, and this is where I'm going to take this business. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting. Usually, I'm doing form, before I send the link and everything, but this is also good in reverse. So if they're now in the business, now it's our job as leaders to dream build with them. What are your goals? Do you want to spend more time with your family? I always tell people set a personal and a professional goal. What are the two things you want to change in your life and be successful at? Is it your job you don't like? Is it, we want to get paid more? Obviously, that's why most of us are here. If you had more free time, what would you be doing? So most of the time, people are not thinking in dream building mode. They're not, because we're beat down by life. So it's hard to use our imaginations and visualize what the future could be if we took control of what we're thinking about right now. So our job as leaders is to get people to dream again and then help them work towards achieving that dream. So you've got to know the why. Why are you here? Are you here because your hair's on fire? You have to make money immediately. Some of us are. Are you here because, you want to buy a second home? Or you here because whatever it is, like you need to know everybody's why that's on your team. Okay. All right. And with that being said, I want to know all of your whys. And so if you book a call with me, right, through my Calendly, if you go to calendly.com/Jenna Zwagil, I do one-on-ones. So if you want just to have a one-on-one conversation so we can work towards your goals, please book a call. Go ahead. And then we can work on that together. But I personally would love to be working with you guys closer because that's really where the magic is. This industry is not that hard to figure out, and you can avoid costly mistakes by working with a mentor that's already been through all of the everything, right? And come out on top. So if you guys want to make that call with me, I'm absolutely would love to work with you. So I'll just say that. There's no need to convince anybody, right? This we all are kind of in most people you're going to talk to are, you know, going to be open to this. That's why they're talking to begin with. They have all of these things that are happening and they want something different for themselves. You definitely don't want to sell, right? Look at yourself like a consultant, like, look, I'm here because you express interest that you know people that need to make money and obviously you need to make some money too. So that's what I'm here to help you do, right? Now, if you have no interest in making money, then I can't help you. So, then you can maybe come in as a customer and use the product and have fun sending emails out, video emails to people. But other than that, you don't have to convince anybody. If it's like a hard no or it's like it's not right for me, next, it's okay to cross people off the list. Right? Like I don't like when I don't have an answer. If I get left on red, I'm gonna follow up with you till the day I die. That's it. I'm gonna keep following up. Like I gave one of my friends, Candace, used to say, "Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I gotta go," right? Because either give me a yes or a no. Like, don't leave me in red purgatory. Like, no, just give me an answer. So if they say no, that's okay. I'm gonna move on to the next person. And in the meantime, I'll still follow up with you, but I'm gonna be dripping my results along the way, right? I will fear a loss you until you change your mind. We'll still be friends regardless if you join my business or not. Okay, so here is the goal. Go bronze. If you go two people in 72 hours, you are now bronze. So let's make that our personal goal. After you achieve that, you're going to do that again, but you're going to help these people achieve the same thing. That's it. you do this and you do this enough times, you're going to get to diamond. Now, these are the hypotheticals and how it works. If you did this over the course of a year, it's not hard to get two people in the business every month, and most of us, we can do that every single week if we put our minds to it. So you want to go ahead and make that a goal and get those commissions rolling in, because once you start seeing the money come in, it becomes a lot of fun, right? It becomes a lot of fun. So, but I also want to say it's like planting a seed in the soil, it's going to take a little time to grow. And I think we have to have expectations. There's a lot of people that come in and crush it right away and they build super fast. And there's other people that wear a little seed in the soil and it takes a little time to nurture and grow. We have to build relationships. And that's okay. But what would you be doing if you weren't doing this, right? I mean, this is a solid vehicle, and your results aren't going to change unless you do something about it. So, anyways, I'm going to just leave it at that. That actually is the whole presentation. That is literally how simple this is. And like I said, you guys are not alone. You have a great team. And now it's just time to get plugged in. So I'm going to leave you guys with that this week. We'll do another one of these calls again next week. I can throw in some mindset training and all that fun stuff. If you haven't subscribed to my mindset training that I'm doing every Tuesday, then please plug into that as well. It's free. Mental to materialwealth.com. I'm streaming it on YouTube as well as Facebook. So I'll see you guys here again next week. In the meantime, let's make it our goal right now, right? Collectively as a goal right now. Let's bring 10 people to the Saturday presentation, Saturday at 12 o'clock Eastern. Get everybody on to that presentation. Stay on 30 minutes after, and you'll get right into the fast track training. So if you want to get your people trained super quickly, then presentation training right after, that's going to set your week for the whole week. And then rinse, repeat. That's it. It's a duplication process. You have to master the mundane. Mastering the mundane will make you a lot of money in this industry. So thank you guys for hopping on, and I will see you guys again soon in the chats and in our Facebook group as well. Bye, guys.